Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who do rule well and teach this truth with all honesty and sincerity. Salutations to you, brothers around the four corners of the earth that push this truth with all honesty and sincerity with great diligence. Wake up the whole free elect of Israel. Double shalom to you, Israelite foreigners scattered among the heathen, looking like the heathen, but you are in fact of the stock of Israel, holding near and dear this truth, following the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your abilities, wherever you may be scattered. And shalom to the few sincere akwatim that listen and learn in silence, playing your creation role, reverencing your husband, being in all subjection unto him. It's your brother Isaiah from GMS St. Louis, and brothers put this video in the chat of Zeb Powell, and it's clear who the Lord's people are, man. Now, the Lord's people have been scattered among all the nations, but it's the Spirit. It's the Spirit that bear witness, that we are the children of Yahweh. We got dreads and going off, but the point being, there's no people like unto us. You see, whatever Jake put his hand to, they excel. And that's another reason why the nations hate us. Because we're the best of the best. Now, this is snowboarding. And, I always been kind of fascinated with snowboarding. It just looked cool. I always wanted to do it, but me, I didn't because I knew in my community I would be considered a white boy or an Edomite. You know how Jake tease you when you do something out of the norm, what's considered the norm, in our community. But this show you how we're good at everything because we're the formers of everything. And in particular, the tribe of Judah, which is the fourth born son, but the head tribe out of the 12 tribes, the people do whatever they see Judah doing, the so-called Negro, man and woman. They set the tone. Even in their wickedness, man, the people flock to, emulate them. And that's why Esau loves to promote our people for doing degenerate shit, because he know that the world is going to follow suit. Just imagine if Jake just just do right, But this is Zeb Powell, man, and he's a snowboarder, and he just makes this look so easy, man. I'm gonna play this, and I'm gonna grab you some scriptures and show you how we the best of the best. When it comes to basketball, you have Jake being the best, man. When it comes to football, Jake dominates that, man. Even golf, soccer, Jake dominates that, man. Mostly northern tribe Jakes, man. Got golf, Tiger Woods, Jake, man. Even though he don't like to claim his Israelite heritage, he want to be what he say, Caucasian or some shit. He made the fuck up, but the Israelites are the best of the best. Look at the young um lady that plays tennis, man. For a long time, it was Venus and Serena, but now you have the I forget her name, but she's they label her as Asian because her mother's heritage, but her father is a Haitian, man. She's an Israelite. That's why she's so good, And like I said, the Israelites come looking like the other nations, man. Look at the Jabberwockies. They kill it with the dancing. Israelites, man, we're everywhere, and we're the best. Even hockey, man. Jakes came up with that in Nova Scotia, man. Jake's invented that, man. There's the games that the natives and the Gadites would play. Uh, it's a mixture of basketball and soccer. They would kick a ball through a hoop that was turned sideways on the wall, man. Don't play this, and Lord, will you be edified and take pride in being an Israelite, man. Even in our captivity, we're still the best.
In his X Games debut back in 2020. And if you've never watched Zed Powell on a snowboard before, you are in for the treat of all treats.
System 12 look like been hot just to show you the time frame. 100 mil down on my desk, but I'm still up the side.
205 centimeter snowboard
Truck in my driveway.
on a boat.
I'm in that photo by myself. No, it's all right, more niggas outside. No, they gon' ride to the death.
Where to get your chips, sir?
Ain't no way I get
Sir, you're making this increasingly difficult. It's already incredibly difficult. Yup. He has written 3 different boards in a 20-minute jam format.
When I was growing up, Tony Hawk was the man. Um, with the X Games, the skateboarding, and it was mostly it was the Edomites who was killing the snowboarding and events, and it wasn't no real Jakes doing that. Now you see Jake get into it, and they amazed. And it's because we're a special people unto the Lord. Let me start from the beginning. Matter of fact, I'll just get down to the point. This is Genesis 32 and 24. And Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day. And when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh, and the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint. And he wrestled with him, and he said, Let me go, for the day breaketh. And he said, I will not let thee go, except thou bless me. And he said unto him, What is thy name? And he said, Jacob, or Yaqub in the Hebrew. And he said, Thy name shall be no more Yaqub, but Israel, or Yasharalah. For as a prince has thou power with Yahweh and with men, and has prevailed. You see, in the Hebrew, Israel is Yasharalah, which means prince of the power or prince of God. And Jacob asked him and said, Tell me, I pray thee, thy name. And he said, Wherefore is it that thou doest ask after my name? And he blessed him there. So, he was wrestling with an angel, man. And that supplanter, Jacob means supplanter, or Yaqub means supplanter. I ain't gonna let you go unless you bless me. Just like he supplanted Esau out of his birthright, which was all in the Lord's will, because it happened. You see, so Jacob was blessed, and he was called a prince of Yahweh, prince of the power, or Yasharalah. And so his descendants, his 12 sons, were the patriarchs of Israel. They're the patriarchs of the Israelite nation, man. 12 tribes born through 4 different women. You see? So you to you people who especially you Israelite women who have a problem with polygamy, we wouldn't even be a nation if the Lord didn't bless Jacob, Jacob, to be fruitful and to multiply with those women, which his 2 wives, which were sisters, gave him their handmaidens. because women, that was a prized joy to a woman to bring forth children to a man, and if they got in old age, they would have their handmaidens to give them children in their name. So it's not something strange as people make it out to be, because we're in Esau's um, queendom or kingdom, but it's a queendom. Anywho, Jacob was blessed, man. So his children are blessed, man. Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, in verse 5. It's Deuteronomy 4 and 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, we shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. So it's the law, statutes, and commandments that separate us from these heathens, man. For what nation is there so great who hath Yahweh so nigh unto them as the Lord our power is in all things that we call upon him for? And what nation is there so great that hath statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law which I set before you this day? You see? So the law, statutes, and commandments separate us from these other nations, man. The way we govern ourselves. And the nations know that the Lord is nigh unto us, because they don't have that, man. They have to make up a God out of wood and stone, brass, gold, whatever, to worship. We have a living power that is nigh unto us. Let's go over to Deuteronomy 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. You see? So right there, the Lord is choosing favorites, man. The Lord is choosing favorites, and we're going to get some more of his favorites here in a second, Lord's will. Let's go over to the 14th chapter. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord. This is Deuteronomy 14:2. Salakia. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power, and the Lord hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself above all the nations that are upon the earth. And that peculiar is special, man. We're different. Let's go to the 32nd chapter. This is Deuteronomy 32 and verse 8. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. For the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. Salakia. He found him in a desert land, in the waste howling wilderness. He led him about, he instructed him, and he kept him as the apple of his eye. You see? You see? And that's why the Lord is going to judge you nations for how you treated the children of Israel. And the Lord is going to show the world who his people are, man. Let's go to the book of Psalms, chapter 90, and verse 16. Let thy work appear unto thy servants, and thy glory unto their children. And let the beauty of the Lord, our power, see, that's a possessive pronoun, our power be upon us, and establish thou the work of our hands upon us. Yea, the work of our hands establish thou it. See? So when Jake do something, it's on a whole nother level from the rest of the world, man. You see, there is no Moabite Michael Jordan or Elamite Mike Tyson. You see, you have Israelites scattered, so if they're the best at what they do, they're probably a Jake, man. Let me go to the book of Second Ezra. This is Second Ezra 5, and I'll start at verse 22. This is Second Ezra 5 and 22. And my soul recovered the spirit of understanding, and I began to talk with the Most High again, and said, O Lord, that bearest rule of every wood of the earth, and of all the trees thereof, thou hast chosen thee only one only vine, Salakia, and of all the lands of the whole world has thou hast chosen thee one pit, and of all the flowers thereof one lily, and of all the depths of the sea thou hast filled thee one river, and of all builded cities thou hast hallowed Zion unto thyself, and of all the fowls that are created thou hast named thee one dove, and of all the cattle that are made thou hast provided thee one sheep. And among all the multitudes of people thou hast gotten thee one people, and unto this people whom thou lovest thou gavest a law that is approved of all. You see? You see, the Lord loveth Israel, the land. The Lord loved it because Israel is a people before it was a place. The Lord loves the Israelites. The Lord loves Jerusalem. The Lord loves the dove. The Lord loves the lily. That's his favorite. Those are his favorites, man. You see? Um, let's go to the sixth chapter, and I'll start at 54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes. As for the other people which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing but be like unto spittle, and hast likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. You see? So that's what it is, man. The Lord has favorite people. He has a favorite land. And that's why the Israelites have these abilities, man, because the Lord put his name on us, man. So we're going to shine. We're going to excel. We're going to be greater than these other nations, man, in whatever we do. And sadly, majority of our people is into wickedness. Look at this drill music. Jake popped out with that, and it just spread like wildfire. Because for one, this is a wicked kingdom, and wickedness is glorified. But the Lord is gonna straighten our people out up, man, in the kingdom, man. Not gonna see a reprobate Israelite anymore after the Lord fixes this sets everything back in a righteous balance, man. Let's go to the book of Jeremiah 10 and 16. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things. And Israel is the rod of his inheritance. The Lord of hosts is his name. You see, Jacob is the former of all things, man. These people didn't create these things that they try to take credit for. Egypt was great because of Joseph, man, an Israelite, which they call him Emotep, but that was Joseph, man. These nations become great when Israelites are in the midst, man. Let's go, Zechariah chapter 2 and verse 8. This is Zechariah 2 and verse 7. Deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwellest with the daughter of Babylon. Israelites are dwelling with the daughter of Babylon now in um, America. America model itself after Babylon, man. Babylon the Great. You see these uh, wicked Edomites, man. They have no culture. They take and borrow everything from other heathens, man. You know, whether it be the Hamite or so-called Africans, um, um, you know, or Moab or whatever. They have nothing of themselves, man. They model themselves after other wicked kingdoms that was in existence that had perished. For thus said the Lord of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. For he that touches you touches the apple of his eye. You see? So the Israelites are the apple of the Lord's eye, man. That's why, that's why they're great. Oh, grab one more real quick. As I mentioned it. Israelites are scattered among all the other nations, man. All the heathen nations, man. Israelites were scattered. So that's why you see these what appear to be heathen nations, but they have the same kind of spirit, man. They understand jokes. They talk in metaphors and similes, just like Israelites do. Um, it's Romans. This is Romans chapter 8, um, verse 16. The Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of Yahweh. Right. Because, back in high school, I had transferred to a predominantly white school or Edomite school. And me and my boy Adam, we clicked. And I thought he was Mexican, you know. I thought he was tribe of Issachar. But it turns out his father is Irish and his mother is East Indian. But So he I used to call him Diego. He looked like Diego from the little cartoon, but come to find out, his father was Irish. And I'm like, dang. Now looking back, I'm like, that's why we clicked, because he was an Israelite, a foreigner. He looked like the other nations. Both of his parents, his father looked like an Edomite. His mother was from East India. But his spirit and my spirit, we linked up and we just, clicked. We was cool. But so you're gonna have Israelites. It's not a thing. It's not a black thing. It's not a color thing. It's a bloodline and lineage thing. It's a spirit thing. It's a spiritual thing. Hope this has been an edifying lesson. I'm gonna say Kwame Yasharalah, Shalom, and Abba Ball.